Welcome to the first edition of Re Bueng #Ronabatho gone mo lobatse online radio mo bandleng ye kapiwang kae le kae across Botswana and indeed globally e go kopanya le nna MUFASA ba khonna go mponela slot ba thontse ba ipotsa gore ke kae this radio ya kwa le kwa ga ke yo me ke gorogile ba khonna go mphira ntse ba gana go mphira but I'm here. So this session or this program ya Re Bueng is going to cover a lot of things, current affairs, including unemployment, political education in generally, health, different issues, but most importantly is going to cover the solutions to these situations, because without any solutions. So we are trying by all means for this program the issues and come up with those solutions. And indeed, we are going to have some interviews in this show, starting with none other than, are you ready? Rapula. So we are going to have a very, jam-packed show for you tonight. Please pay attention to the show. It's very educational. So please continue listening to this show. After this, we continue.
Re Bueng with MUFASA, Tuesdays 7 to 8 p.m.
I must admit that we've been through challenges, but mama, you hold me down, down, down. Constantly hoping you notice I'm trying to make you proud, proud, proud. My ups and my downs, you make them yours, 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 yours. There's no love around, see it in me, Lord, yours. And go growing up, I intuitively knew that your childhood was the reason you believed in the narrative. Ya tiriso ya tupana ya moret. My teacher and my feel out ke senyegile maybe le ke tsamela o duba bana ba bangwe tlhaloganyo ka bosawana. Jwa me bokamoso e le ja borukuti le tshenyetso batho unfortunately. Uniform ami ki di dikisileng isa marogo mebile dipelelo tsa gore ke thola ke tia mama ba motokwane se ke re se rare botse. Became an angry boy, always burdened by the rejection and constant settling for less. Codependence among childhood friends who were insecure due to what their parents usually expected out of them. So I would dim down my light so they could feel like I'm too the feelers back as on us. And saying see no ngarwe Spaka kisesta chawmodi sino ndasantane arwe From a pure and a genuine place, every melody made but take away the pain of anybody broken. Down, down, down. This is a song based upon a play directed by the person who had actually had it up into them before it ever hit the box office, eventually becoming blockbuster just like the Matrix. Proud, proud, proud. Music gives me purpose and I hope this song serve it. I'ma do my have to do and you can also do yours. Highly devoted to my devotion. Put a smile upon your face cause you deserve it. Slowly but surely shifting into motion. I try my best, I'm not perfect, never will I modify myself to satisfy someone else. No. La ngwaroro betse la la kalotse mathona kwa go ja khano go ja morethetha kudu taba to di lapisha motho
And we are back with that Sonyaga ATI Re Bueng. Indeed, Re Bueng, #Ronabatho. Welcome back to Re Bueng. Ye tlang to you each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Hone Molobatse online radio. Like I said in my opening intro that this show is going to discuss different issues, economies of scale, unemployment, health issues, education in general, and political education. So our topic on today's session is political education, looking at the fact that we are going closer and closer to the polling stations, which is Ditlhopho tsa ngwaga. Hopefully there will be October. Never mind hopefully, but yes, October we are going to the polling stations where and even in our councils. So in today's topic, we'll be having some topics already cover and be able to, get them through and help you to really know how to exercise your right to vote and even taking part in politics and even in governance, particularly to the youth, because there's that saying banana haba take part on even governance in general. More tsamaiseng lehatshe la rona and taking decisions tse le gore di ka movela lehatshe ko pele. So in the first issue that I want us to tackle is why take part in politics and elections, and particularly I'm talking to the youth. Why is it important? Because if you do not take part mo di electioning kana in governance, batho ba go tsela tshwetso, they're gonna take decisions for you. Le ha ntse re wena you don't want to take part mo politiki a se dio tsa go, but at the end of the day, politics makes decisions about your life. They make a decision ka gore wa skolong kae, wa mogala bokae, o jaeng, metsi a tswa leng, motlakase ke bokae, your food basket ke bokae, everything it comes down to politics taking a decision in your daily life. So why take part in politics and elections? Like I said, hella is the youth. If you do not vote, for instance, you are rest assured you have taken a decision to vote for party and win at the end of the election. So that's how you are still taking part, the power of politics, even if you do not elect anyone or register. By the end of the day, you took a decision. So for us as the youth, we have to practice this thing. We shouldn't hold a conversation with you either before or after the elections, because you do not have any say in whatever we'll be discussing there. So for you to take any conversation about politics or anything about current affairs or anything, education, unemployment, you don't exist, because I always say we have to always be able to bring some change in our lives and be able to solve some issues, because if we do not tackle these issues today, our great-grandchildren will be sitting in a platform somewhere discussing the same issues in today's generation we could have solved. Your child the same issues if you do not solve these issues. So why take part in politicking or elections? It's very important for the youth to really take part in governance and taking future decisions for instance, if you are to take this issue or this governance Vision 2036, the people who are championing that vision, they are not our average age. They are very old people. We cannot hold accountable when 2036 arrives. Imagine 2036 in what we have been promised. Those people won't be able to answer or to be held accountable for the resolutions in today's time. So what happened? Because you promised by 2036 we will be this or will be far by a country or this far as a country. So what did you do? So imagine it's very important for such visions to be carried by young people. People by 2036 they will be alive and will be able to hold them accountable. So this is why we should take part in politics and in election and generally in governance of our country. So I believe I've covered some things we'll discuss further as the show goes on in other episodes. This is just an introduction show, like I said, so we'll have a lot to talk about, and even in this show there are some topics to cover apart from the reason why we should take part in politics and in governance. So and listen to some music, and then we continue with our show. Let's go.
Lobatse online radio. The hits change. the classic.
I know we can.
We play the best music.
Your systems are offline.
Se bona kai makanyana ya biti halo santle luilela se bona kai makanyana ya biti ala siame ya mosadi ba makanyana ya biti ala siame ya mosadi ba makanyana ya biti le kali tari butiko bola bela makanyana ya biti wale kamele ko Musani wa mega sikoi kila wa se bona kai makanyale haya piti makanyala haya piti raganya kapiti bwala go morago se ba se makanyala haya piti raga tatara wala bella de makanyala haya wala go morago makanyala haya le kwa kapa le kwa meto makanyala ya piti ole kan mola fem la makanyala ya piti le koye le kan ke ya e ko ga makanyala ya are mosadi wa me ga sisipe ga se so sakante mosadi wa ka ke se go sale ke ga be fika makanyala bo reketse koloi diapa bo we khabisedi bona o leka e tsamala kwa gago o leka metho ka go bontsha sekori kwa metho sele bola belane ga go tshamekeng ka re mo gape ha go iwaile matse a re wona o iwaya o le ka sibanya na le malatsi a le marara ke sewo wa bo o le ka e se le meleko moshanya wante are mo ga bella sa patalo ka go tshamike ro le ka ri taributi o le ka ho raga ja kapiti ile wa se bonaka bolelele go ile wa se bonaka akanyane ga khoni piti tsala le piti kara akanyane ga khoni piti tsala le piti kara hey ke go bolelela moshanya monna le ga se thata mo wa gagwe ka bo bona bothata hey mosimanyana we se le ke ditla akatsamala ko mosimanyana ga ke tallese are mosimanyana o leka go are bele ko ka mo bele ko to are story ke so bele ko to monna tota kile wa se bona kae ke mo ga ka thata kile wa se bona ka
neng mangkong sha yo ke le yo to sha
Kumbula my babies, yeah. I'm on a grind like 24/7, yeah, savings, yeah. Pelo ya go guidance, ntshware ka leheza, yeah. Ha ke robale ke ipele ngwanyana wa slender, yeah. Re kopane ka November, yeah. I was on tour making money ka December. We gon' party like it's your birthday when I check a calendar. I ain't got money, but I got time and I'm willing to spend. Baby, my baby's on fuck depression. Yeah, what I told her I go 40. Chesele manyora ba go 27. Michegile manyana wale 40. I started this thing till 14. You performela bato bale 14. Loving you must be a crime, baby. Ska take your one tense a sign, baby.
And we are back. Remember, you are listening to Re Bueng, a show that brings you a dialogue, discussions about issues or Batswana in general in all four corners or however corners in all corners of the country. That's what I'm trying to say. So the next issue that I want us to look into is how to really vet or go seka a candidate emeng hapela ga go gore batla go emela ko parlamenteng kana ko counseling. So I have two things that I want to say about this subtopic. The first one is, what is that person done in the community in order for you to really vote for? So kana for him to stand in front of you and say, look, ke le semamang ka go emela ko counseling kana ko parlamenting, ba di relaying in the community, ba di relaying mo tikologong kana in our daily life, mo lobatse ko gaborone ko kasane ko nzwenshambe kana kae, gore o di relaying for batho ba ileng gore o le ka gore ba convince gore ba tla ba mo tlhophe ba mo ise ko parlamenteng kana ko counseling. So there are different things tse leng gore ka bona ba emedi ba rona gore a ba tlhoahetse about representing us in those platforms. So for instance, for an MP to say gore, look, I'm here, I'm trying gore ke tle ke khone go buella ko parlamenteng gore di tlhabololo di tlhaganne go tla go golona kana di gore go golona ka nako. So motho a teng, it has to have some, tangible information and say ke le semamang e kile ka tlisa se le se mo motseng wa rona kana mo kgaolong nyame kana in my constituency kana ha ke le nteng ke ne ka buella batho ba ileng gore ne ke nna le bona gore ba tlisetswe metsi, re tsenyediwe metsi, re tsenyediwe motlakase motlakase kana re tla ka dikakanyo tsa gore re ka direla yang banana ditiro, and in all those platforms gore motho a teng o tle ka eng se leng gore re ka re motho yo ke eno e leng gore o re siametse go ka go re emela, looking at the fact ya gore ikile a re tlisetsa selis e seng motho hela a tla hela out of nowhere ba tla go rare nka go le emela ko parlamenteng mme re se re bone gore motho a teng o dirileng hela for batho, not for him or herself. So these are the things they leng gore re leka gore re di avoid gore ska re ka moso motho ha re motlhophile ba ya ko parlamenteng a ikela ene le ba lapa la gagwe ka moso re bona jarata ya go ga bone kana lapa la gagwe le phuphuma go nna le se me his or her neighbors bone ba tshelela mo sokolong. So these are the issues tse leng gore ke batla gore re di lebelle hana go entse how to really vet kana go seka motho re mo batla go emela go go parlamenteng kana go counseling. The second thing that I want us to really look into lo ena o le kwa lapeng ko you can look deep into it ile wena ka boena gore o bone gore mme motho ke motho o siameng. There is that thing ya gore the level of thinking ya motho a teng gore ha kae kana ke motho hela yo tloetseng go tshamekela ruri hela with issues tseng ke be le gore o ka di solve kana yang. So re lebella gore motho wa kanya ka tseleng tsenya re bone in the past sitting of parliament, was it the 12th sitting where we saw a different candidates ba ile gore ne ba kopile talama mo bathong gore ba ba emele mme ga ba tsena ko parlamenteng ba simolla ba bua dilo tse leng gore ha di tsamaisane le ko ba tswanteng kana batho ba ileng gore ba ba emetse. So ba bua ka different things tse ileng gore ha di buelle batho ba go Zonshambe kana batho ba go Jwaneng kana batho ba Molobatse kana batho ba go Gaborone kana Gabane kana kae. So these people ha ba tsena go parliament ba eta ba bua ka dilo tse they are irrelevant to batho ba ileng gore ba ba emetse. So we have to really look into gore batho ba rona ha ba bua le rona ba batla talama ke motho yo a kanyang jang a mme ke motho e leng gore ha o mo lebile hantse a bua mo puong ya gago a nke motho yo ka solvang mathata a gago mathata a metsi mathata a motlakase mathata a ditiro for our youth and even old people ga ba bereke re tle re bone gore a mme motho ke motho o ka tlang ka tharabololo e leng gore re le banana re ka esela mora gore yo motho yo so sa se buang se botlhale ha re batle gore tomorrow motho a le mo seraleng e ba simolla bua ka batho ba bangwe gore ba dirile se ga ba dira se go iragala se wena o le moemedi kana o batla go remela. What can you bring se leng gore is different from what we have now se leng gore se tla re tshedisa botoka because at the end of the day it's all about making a better life for rona re le batho re go roma ko parlamenteng le ko counseling sone so tshwantseng wa se botlhokwa ke gore ra go roma ga o iko o le nosi hela le gore wa ikemela ke tiro ya gago ha kgwedi hela wa amogela madi a wa amogela gate ba amogela ma 40,000. So please pay attention to batho ba ileng gore ba batla gore ba re emele ma parlamente le ma councilor a rona gore ba veta ka tseleng tsenyang re le batho rona batho mo a Re Bueng. Those are the two things that ke batla gore ke di cover in this segment. Like I said, it's a start of a marathon e leng gore tlo go etaboga up until after the elections, and then after the elections we're going to talk about different things tse leng gore they follow the election ya no gore ha motho a re se re mo tsentse mo position ya mo go yone kana ko parlamenteng re expecting from them. Do we expect a feedback from those people each and every quarterly each and every 3 months or 4 months a boele go go rona re le batho a re nela update ya gore so se tshepisitseng se tsamaga kae ko parlamenteng. So those are the two things tsene ke batla gore re di tlhodimele. We'll look at other things as we continue with the show in the other episodes. In the meantime, remember that you are listening to Re Bueng, hashtag Rona Batho, Molobatse online radio that comes to you each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's pay attention to, all the social media platforms. It's online radio or on Facebook, on TikTok, on Spotify. Hopefully, ha modimo a le tlile tle re serna lena ka nakongwe. And arna meretso re ya lo re dire yana reporte ka. Yes, we are back. Mo Re Bueng, hashtag Rona Batho, as we head towards our interview. Remember, like I said in our intro, that we're going to have none other than Rapula. I believe everybody knows who I'm talking about. So we're about to get into an interview. Then after this, what I want to talk about here, then we jump straight into that interview. Then, all right. The final thing on this particular topic I want us to look into is how to vote. How to really vote, because voting doesn't mean go kwala X motala menge bola tlala tala ma go mo le bokusong, but it goes further to knowing gore go tlhopha go tewa yang. So voting, according to me, is to vote for a manifesto. vote for a manifesto, not a person, because we normally see time and again ha di tlhopho di goroga gote nna ke tlhopha yo ka gore o ntheketse nna ke tlhopha ka gore o lebega yana nna ke tlhopha ka gore o bua monate nna ke tlhopha ka gore you know these are the things that political expediency, they are not principled politics. So we re-ithute as you know especially the youth in this political education to know how to really vote. So we have to vote for a party manifesto ye emetsweng ke semama mo kgaolong ye either ko counseling kana ko parlamenteng. So us voting, it doesn't mean gore re go tlhopha ka gore ra go rata kana jang. No, re tlhopha molaetsa o ileng gore o tla ka party ya gago. As for the independent candidates, we listen to what they are talking about. We listen to ka mokgwa ba buang ka teng, like I was saying in the past segment, gore o reretse gore motho ke motho yo a akanyang jang a mme ke dikakanyo tsa motho e leng gore ka motshepa ka matshelo a rona as Batswana. So we have to really look deep before o ka go maka X ha thoko ga party kana ha thoko ga motho yo batlang gore o motlhophe. So we have to really learn, read okay, this is the manifesto ya this organization e bua gore tla re tlisetsa se tla ke ba lekeletse. So that's how we should vote, and we should refrain for go tlhopha ka political experience, go tlhopha ka gore motho o bua sekgowa se se monate kana Setswana se se relelang mme sa bue dio tse di botlhoka tse ileng gore di tla ntlisetsa phetogo mo lapeng la me le bana ke le jalo, even including the community. So that is the topic, as simple as that. How to vote. It doesn't mean how makile exhela o heditse. You know there are consequences tse di tlang after you take that decision. Ha ile gore wa go tlhopha motho e leng gore ke motho o buang sekgowa hela kana bua sekgowa Setswana se relelang mme there is no action behind whatever they are saying. Know that you have actually sold out to yourself and your family and your community by voting that person in, because habana go nna le mosola o kalo in moving the country and your community, most importantly, ahead. So those are the things ke batla gore re cover in today's session ya Re Bueng #Rona Batho mo Lobatse online radio, coming to you each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So remember we talked about political education, why take part in political education as the youth, particularly in governance, botlhokwa jwa gore wena o le monana o tseye karolo mo how to really vet your candidate, o lebelle gore batho ba ileng gore wa ba tlhopha o ba seka yang o ba kanoka yang go bona gore a mme motho e tla nna the right person go a go nkemela, so these are the things ke batla re bua ka tsone le ke hetsang go bua ka ne ya gore re tlhopha ka political principle, not political experience. Re tlhophe re itse gore policy ya batho ba ya re tla re tlisetsa se re lebelle the future of our country in that manner. So Rako half time, if I can call that, Rago itaposa re tse dipinyana tse pedi, and then after that Rapule wa tsena ra mankanyetsa ke a mona wa tshega ke yole ra mankanyetsa, and then from there we can hear from him gore wa kanyaeng ka ditlhopho tse di tlang, including this topic ye ne re bua ka yone ya political education. So stay tuned and don't switch your dial. O ska scrolla mo Facebook, o ska scrolla go mo YouTube. Don't change your channel, go Spotify. Just keep on listening. We have something interesting coming your way.
In the mix with DJ Vic on Lobatse online radio.
Hello, Botswana is ATI. It's Hot Emotion on Lobatse online.
Hi, I'm Cardi B. Okay, I'm kidding. It's Ingrid, and I'm tuned into Lobatse online radio.
How are you, sir?
Reteng bagolo dumelang. Ke bidiwa Abdul Kader Rapula Bedat.
Let's get right into it, because even for our elections are very close. So we need to get some things straight and all that, because there are some questions as Rona, as the youth, as you know that we are a radio station here, the youth. We really want to know the perspective of the candidates or our candidates about some issues as Banana or just Botswana in general. They're up to par or not. So, you know, starting with your views in terms of political education, right? For the youth. Are they really active into our politics, or should I say just the elections, to lack of a better word? Are we really that active?
We are not really active because we see the youth, they do not want to vote, they do not want to participate. Why is that? And I foresee the situation on the ground to be like this.
Yes.
It is, the problem is the current BDP that's in power, Botswana Democratic Party, hai tise di tlamelo ko banana ya di tisa me di tlamelo tsa teng di tla di le bonya, very slow to come to arrive by. Like for instance, we're just going to take through SIDA, that chamachem, to go get that money, hotata. You have to do so much documentation, which I feel it's fine, but the turnaround time to get that money is going to take a long time. And Batubaba Chering Puso Yating, who executed Tiro Yating, they are failing because I foresee now Kanya voter apathy Mobutuan. The youth are not that much interested. They are reluctant to go and register. One, they are reluctant to go and participate in the elections. 2, 3, they are not eager enough to go in and say, okay, we are going to take a stand. We are going to bring change to us, ourselves, Rona, Pili, and then we are going to take a change. Because from all angles.
I think, like you are saying, the voter, not only voting, but including taking part in politics as the youth. We lack banana by longer. Is it because we have that mentality politics is only for the old and is not made fashionable for the youth, like we see in South Africa now? We have a very youthful parliament at the moment. Why is it like that? Banana barona, what can we do as the youth and make politics more fashionable to the youth and make it them see in standing and take positions in governance?
Like from last week Thursday up to now, I'm going to come back to the point you eat this. There was no water. No kusenamits. No kole tata kusenamits. Retaboha tropo terebatamits. Modi di being. But water utilities habanala update kuruira halaing. Right now to buela kuputsong yaha. The youth banana. Bakana kota karolo akitor abat haba kore. Bamoma tatting or what Hakitalokanye Kanyabon or either Badilo Kebo Jalo Lebonat. I'm going to say it the way it is. It's like Halibato Zakarolo Rogo change a puso, Rebonor Taira, Jankor Reto Horokela to that point where we are going to be benefited everybody within the country.
But that's a challenge because when we look at situations, Vision 2036. The group, or should I say people who are championing it, is not the youth. Yet we have to hold those people accountable. Okay, that mandate. So we need youthful people in such gatherings on Etsabo Vision 2036, like the youth, but we are not taking part in those things. So like you are saying, the youth, is it afraid to take part in governance or whatsoever? And what could be the solution now for us to make the youth more
applicable and more involved in the political arena? Let's start here. We need to look to the build up to 2016. Isn't it 50 years was 2016, correct? And that 50 years that had passed, there was a lot of accomplishments, but the accomplishments that came in did not bear the fruit that we needed. Now they are already working towards 2036, which from 2016 to 2036 is almost going to be 50 years again. And we foresee the elderly are the ones who are participating and who are taking that initiative to get to 2036. Though we don't know what are they benefiting with regards to that. So I think the youth now need to play their part, because at 2036, the youth that is there now and the elderly that will be there, they'll be gone.
Okay. No, I hear in that regard. Because of time, let me jump to another issue or topic of our day. Your mandate now. Let's say you have been elected to represent us here in Molobatsi, and also to represent your party. What is the mandate?
Okay. We'll have to go with whatever Honorable Boko will have to come out in his manifesto. That's the first one. We have to respect the manifesto for Yakare Boko for UDC BNF. Hopefully we'll have elections in 2024 October. If it's not going to be postponed to January, between the 20th and the 25th of between the 20th and the 27th of January.
You think there will be some...
There is going to be a postponement, because we know that they want to amend the constitutional Bill of Rights that is there. And if that has to happen, automatically the elections will be shifted, because when they put that to Parliament, we know that BDP have the numbers. And UDC, BCP, AP, they do not have the numbers.
But that will cripple our constitution. And
yes, it's going to happen. I foresee it happening. So we are going to Klopa in January, Hirokong 2025.
That is so...
Because Rema Sisi wants to push the mandate Yaho amenda the constitutional review, which is being debated as we speak now. It started from the time when they started in 2019. So there's a possibility or
Okay. So with the mandate now.
Yes.
Let's say looking at the 2019 UDC manifesto, right?
Right.
You had three main pillars of the UDC se tshepisitse to batho 100,000 jobs in 12 months.
Yes.
3.5
as a minimum wage.
As a minimum wage, and also the last one, jobs and what was the last one?
I can't remember the last one based on the but I
but
know
these
that
two.
There were 100,000 jobs that were promised in 1 year, which is 365 days, which I think is very possible. Secondly, with regards to that, the second one was the 3,500 pula. If you take the food basket today and the inflation rate, I think 3,500 pula it's a bit low, but I think it's going to be better than coming out from 1,800, 1,900, depending how that person works throughout the month. Like we look at the retail sector, the wholesale sector, the building and construction sector. We're looking at the hospitality sector. We're looking at all those. I think 3,500 pula should be adequately, and then it should be reviewed later as UDC takes over, if it's going to take over the 2024-2025 general election, depending when the election will be.
Okay, let's tackle it down or funnel it down to Lobatse now, right? Let's talk about the jobs. What are the main economies of scale Molobatsi industry selling when the UDC, or if the UDC comes in power, Molobatsi will be focusing in them, looking at our location and all that. Molobatsi, what are those main economies of scale?
Okay, the main economic of scale, we have Botswana Meat Commission. Okay, it has employed people, but Flowtech has employed a lot of people. Lobatse Clay Works is just going to uproar now. They are planning to start it up.
Industrialization.
Industrialization is there. The only problem that I see within the Lobatse region, there is no available land. Lobatse is a transit hub for the Namibians, for the Angolans, for the Zambians, for the Zimbabweans. Because the border is here. We have acknowledged they have upgraded the border, but it's still not yet completed. So it's a transport hub. The only problem with Lobatse right now, where the trucks are passing in the transport hub that connects Lobatse to Zeerust, to Joburg that connects Lubatsi. From Lubatsi going to the circle, the roads are very bad. I have spoken to Remolale when they were doing the TKC, Trans-Kalahari corridor, for those riders that were here a couple of months back. I told Remolale, the road that starts from the border, that goes to the circle, in a little pothole. And you know what Remolale told me? Di tsela tsa Lubatsi di siame ebile ha di tlhokane go upgrade-iwa. Me di tsela tsa teng di senyegile ke di potolosa thata ka go ke bona gore go ntse jang mo seemong sa ditsela. So Remolale, if those that are listening and are in power, please ke kopa tsela e tswang mo bordereng ya go hella ko sekeleng e bankangwe e senyegile go senyega.
Okay.
So BMC is one of them that is there. It has employed a lot of people, but there's no payments that are going back to the farmers once they have sold the cattle. I don't know what is going on. So those are one of the major issues.
Okay, I hear you with BMC. For example, when you talk about BMC, right? The meat industry, it has a whole value chain within itself. So I want to know from you, let's take it down more further, double click on it. So we talk about BMC. What are other sections or the value chain of that industry, the meat or BMC investor and how possible it is to do it here? Because we always hear that Lobatse eats BMC, but there's nothing really saying on itself. So what is the other industry we can derive from this BMC sector?
We have the leather park that can come out of the BMC.
But they have been saying it for the past.
They have been saying for the past 25 years that they want to upgrade and put the leather park within Lubatsi, which has not happened. Secondly, from BMC, Botswana Meat Commission, we can make a company that manufactures soaps because of the fat that comes out of the cows. Yeah, the fat that comes out of the cows, we can manufacture soaps. The carcass that is completed, that the bones are being deboned. That carcass can make food for the pigs, can make food for the dogs, it can make food for any other byproduct that can be taken out from there and taken to the value chain.
Yeah. Okay. And also, there is the other one. Yeah, talking of, I guess it's one sector, industrialization. There is that Milk Africa. Is it up and running or what's going on with it?
Milk Africa, from the information that I've gathered, it was launched by the mayor of the Lubatsi Town Council, including the deputy mayor, Rema Sisi, who is the deputy mayor, and what's his name? Re Bueng. So nobody was invited. Not any one of the opposition members of that are incumbent that are standing in Lubatsi were invited with regards to that. So that just shows Botswana Democratic Party.
Tell me, there's because I always want to refer back to the education, preparing people for the sectors. Who's currently working there? People from outside. And to that regard, where did they really get the training? Because we know what our brigades are very low, in terms of facilities and everything. Isn't it not time to re-facilitate these brigades and make them fashionable for our people to get them ready for things like Milk Africa and the industry?
To be honest, I have not checked, but from the information that I've gathered, there are a few people that are from Lubatsi. I know one thing for sure, they bought the cows from Mr. Skutter at Pitsani. Yeah, they bought almost 2,000 plus cows from his farm and they brought it here. And right now, as we speak, I know that they are doing milk production, but I have never tasted the quality of the milk. Yeah. And I've never seen Patubalo Batsibai relay, so I wouldn't know, because when Rejobodi Tebe and Rema Sisi launched Milk Africa, Rema Tsika, the current Member of Parliament, was not even there to come and facilitate as the Member of Parliament to come and see whether it's implemented correctly. Nobody was informed with regards to that. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Rapula.
Yes.
We are here as Lobatsi Online Radio, right? We are trying to rejuvenate our place, and also Botswana. We are not only locked to Lubatsi, but the reason why we implemented it is to rejuvenate our place. So our town is being called
a ghost town.
The ghost town.
Yes.
what can we do to try and lift up the face here, Lobatsi? Because to be honest, the things that we've been saying, they are correct, right? When you talk about the opportunities still in them, Lobatsi. Talk about, this is the largest border, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Is the busiest, one of the busiest, if not the busiest border, looking at the Trans-Kalahari Road. And also people, I don't know if people know Lobatsi is actually the only place in Botswana where two major roads or routes, the busiest routes, A2 and A1 meet.
Yes.
So the opportunity in Dimolobat. So what can we do, or what are you going to do in your organization if elected into power to rejuvenate, not only in terms of the economy and all that, to bring back that what are the plans to make sure people, when they think of coming to Lobatse, they know we are going to the right place? Or even investments, to invite investors here.
Okay, the first thing that I really want to do, you see, when you don't have facilities like this Patella, when you don't have the facilities like Milimoko's Patel, our Patella is very dilapidated. It is dilapidated to the end. And I have been making a noise about it on the radio. I have been on Redikoloti's neck to make sure that they upgrade Patella Salobats. Me Rawana Hore, Puso Yakadom Krach. Because when you have a nation that is sick, and a nation that cannot get facilities and not get health care, proper health care, you are not going to have a productive nation. So we need to fix the Patella. We need to fix the turnaround time at the Patella to assist customers. It is very crucial, especially, and the medicines need to be there. Once you get a healthy nation up, then we need to clean the town. The town the whole town needs to be rejuvenated, needs to be cleaned. All the dilapidated buildings, they need to be sorted out. We need to find the owners. They need to come in. They need to fix the dilapidated buildings that are there. Then the roads, the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure, the roads need to be resurfaced. Especially the ones that are connecting the A1 and the A2. They interconnect within Lobatse. They need to be fixed. And then we need to upgrade our social responsibilities. You see, like right now, if you go, sometimes there'll be no water, sometimes there'll be no mutlakas because the lines have been stolen to go and sell to the copper guys that are buying the scrap metal. So we need to curb. The police also need to play their part with regards to that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, I hear regarding that. There's a lot to talk about Lobatse, but let's go back to national level, right? It seems like there is a disconnect between the economy and the education. Education in Botswana it's like 25 years or so behind.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think, or we think, there is that challenge around there is no, improvement in terms of, those unemployment rate, all these things. So banana haba graduate, they go back to the streets with, their degrees and everything there. So what can we do in that regard to reconnect the education system with the economy ya Botswana, kana ke revision ya Botswana?
Okay. With regards to that, it's not going to be very hard. I love the plan that Masisi has made. And the plan that Masisi has made, he has restricted the importation of certain vegetable products. But now when he has done that, he has not encouraged and given the benefit to the person that's on the street to go and take advantage of the situation. We have the Tsimu Linte across Botswana that are underutilized, right? Including in and around Lobatse, so that we can rejuvenate the thing. But we need government support. We need boreholes to be drilled. We need land to be cultivated. We need to buy machinery, and we need the seeds to come in. And then the produce should be then produced on the farm, sent to the DC, like Choppy's Spa, ShopRite, Checkers, all those companies, they will come on board Sefalana and they will buy the produce, and that will automatically alleviate the condition that is there right now. We know across the globe that there are no jobs. We know that the economies of the entire globe is suffering as we speak because of the COVID-19 pandemic that kicked in. That was in 2019. In 2010, we had the meltdown of the 2008. We had the meltdown of the entire economy with regards to it slipping down.
Yeah, the crash. No, I get what you are saying. You are trying to talk about the inflations and recession problems. That's what we are looking at now. But like I said, in terms of, we believe for the education system, it's quite behind. And I think the reason why we cannot remedy it is because our country doesn't have a vision, right? For instance, if I can give you an example, if we want to become a country, it's a resource-based or food-based or agriculture-based, you start, making deliberate decisions as a leader to say that standard one in 20 years time in this industry, agriculture, all this value chain, either from so we do not have a deliberate vision as a country. We only hear of these things about Vision 2016, Vision 2036, but they are not deliberate. For instance, in Dubai they had a deliberate decision, a deliberate aim, a deliberate goal. So Rona is just it's not really down to the funnel. So if you talk about having Botswana as the number one economist hub, looking at our location in the continent where all countries are coming in, so what other industries can we derive from this opportunity? So we think that's the education. The moment we have that deliberate goal as a country, it trickles down to the education, starting to find those kids or those future employees by in 20 years time to come and fill in these positions. So for you, for the UDC, I believe that when you are here, you are kind of representing that organization. What is the vision? What we need a deliberate vision for the country. This is the goal that we want to go to. Do you know of that kind of vision?
There's one vision that I have. You see, our current members of parliament, whether they are from the opposition, whether they are from the ruling party, all of them that are there now in parliament, all of them that are there, they are looking at it under the nose. They are not looking at above the nose.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair that now what needs to happen is the amendments that were passed by Parliament, they first need to be implemented to benefit those that are there now, and not pass new legislation and then they don't physically implement it. Because it does not work for me, it does not work for you, it does not work for him. Because they are just passing amendments, but the actual implementation of those amendments is not going anywhere.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about the corruption in Botswana? What's the level of that?
I find the corruption, I find it in inverted commas. I open the inverted commas. I find it to be very high. Because we are a small country, we have 2.3 million people plus, but we are failing to maintain them. South Africa is 60 plus million people, but everybody is getting their fair share of the situation on the ground.
The grants.
We need to have water. We need to have physical infrastructure. Our roads. We need to have implementation of access mutlakas. Because without these three things, you are not going anywhere as a country.
Okay. All right. No, let's trickle it down to Lobatse as we approach our end of discussion. Elections are done, are about to start now. But what do you say to them?
Kibidua Abdul Kader Rapula Badat. Kitseni mo Topong ka 2018 kuro bahilele bo. That is how I got into Topo. This left hand got damaged. And I went to the hospital. I got very bad service. I told her we are Indians, so we got into the Topo Kaposo because of the broken hand. That is how I got into politics. And you know what? I'm a very hard worker on the ground. Lampona kudin chung limpona hum moloba sankike shot. Ibile kya khala tata di khansa loba modi redu. But to the youth, hobo tata letse chechor ala ho top ali lo ho top. ke wena o tla tsang tshwetso because how sa tlhope the decision is with you. If you don't take the decision gore o change botshelo ba gago, first you have to map yourself discipline within yourself. Gore am I going to change or ke batla go sala jaaka go ntse? And you know what, the youth ke a le kopa ka tse motokwane di teng di bola batho, please stay away from them. I've seen some vehicles being burnt Molobati because of cats. Yeah.
So the opportunities for them?
The opportunities are there, they are immense.
Motswana, we graduated from Rapula. Hopefully we will have him back here. I think he will start being a resident here to be with us. He seems like he has a lot of information about not only about Lobatse, but all the current affairs we always deal with.
Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Lobatse Online Radio, Twitter @Lobatse Online Radio, YouTube @Lobatse Online Radio, or email us on lobatseonlineradio@gmail.com.
Already they call me the greatest, already they call me the favorite, already my face in the papers, already legendary status, already they calling for favors. Man, I can notice that they hating, but really dog, I can't pretend that I ain't it. Like really y'all hating on me and you jaded, but I am the greatest in my generation. Man, I am the leader, I am the phenom, I am the reason the people believe, and I am the one, man, I'm king of the season. How could you doubt it if you never seen it? How would you bout it if you never breathe it? Be vouching for rappers beneath, cause rappers is whack and they ask me to seek. We're killing these tracks and the damaging features. Man, who that?
Masia bare panyape, tari mutana e panyape, malatwa tipa ba patala, e wale ba, tap tap tap, ora mutali ba, tap tap tap, bobo komane ba, tap tap tap, bataba panyape, tap tap tap, ba patala.
And I'm still humble, with a smile and my enemies still crumble. Claim the ball, still fumble. Talk stumble about you, but just mumble. They just gon' hate cause they starving, but me, I pull up in the RX. For nights we be hustling hardest, and now we be reaping the harvest. I've been on the come up the longest, my album gon' sell out the strongest. I worked on the flow and it's flawless, man, I'ma go get it regardless. Artist, I'ma go down as a legend. Before my last breath, be expecting the best that you've seen. God, I'm getting this cream, they chasing my shadow, I'm chasing a dream.
Masia bare panyape, tari mutana e panyape, malatwa tipa ba patala, e wale ba, tap tap tap, ora mutali ba, tap tap tap, bobo komane ba, tap tap tap, bataba panyape, tap tap tap.
They look at us like it's dead time. You get pushed back like a headline. Bantaba blind and got a buntling, but I chill dead in my spare time. Lekete manyoren bakasi atlanya baratantuana, I'm hot there. And even the girls they be loving the boy, I be all in the coochie like Pop Smith. Bantaba la fair, I am top 10 in the continent, just not here. I'm whipping the ride, the women inside. I always had drive like Top Gear. How could you deny? Soon as I arrive, they try to pretend that they not scared. Killing your favor while praying salvation, and they gon' be needing a doc here. I'm him now. R.I.P. My enemies need a hymn now, man, I've been bout. I'm the bomb, so these niggas fall like the Twin Towers. I'm nice dog like a Labrador, you little rapper softer than a pamper born. I'm a cat supporter, kill shopper cause job, and I worry about baby before I smash your jaw up. I'm it, wait and see how big I get. Dope as coke, then I'm 1,000 bricks. I'll be all up in your face like 1,000 zips. Like a bad list, man, I'm bound to spit. All I want is to know like 70 million. No matter what, man, I'ma die a legend. As a matter of fact, you better die a reverend, cause I'm killing the game, need a pot of heaven like
Masia bare panyape, tari mutana e panyape, malatwa tipa ba patala, e wale ba, tap tap tap, ora mutali ba, tap tap tap, bobo komane ba, tap tap tap, bataba panyape, tap tap tap, ba patala.
Okay, we are coming to an end of our show. Hopefully, from when we were talking about political education, including our interview with none other than Rapule wa Parliament. We're still gonna do other interviews of Parliament, le councillor amangwe around Botswana gore ka khona gore re hitlhelle teng bathung ha le khona a go le re hense senyane nyana re khone go tabogela halele hale to go and cover things tsa go tshwana le tsonetse. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'll see you next week Tuesday, or you'll hear from me next week Tuesday when we go deeper and deeper into this topics and coming up with solutions. Study topic is but like I said, it's going to be a marathon of this topic, political education, constitution, everything to do with election, the IEC process, all these things, they are coming up until after the election, and then after that we go deeper into those current affairs and after retsenya batho mo di positions ne ba kupile gore ba so from me and my producer here next week, hopefully we'll be able to take some calls and also to hear your views in these things. Comment on our comment sections online radio across all social media platforms, more Facebook, go TikTok, or Spotify, YouTube. So comment thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Re Bueng with MUFASA, Tuesdays 7 to 8 p.m.